What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorldPodcast. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Week 6 NFL 2020 games, jumping off with the Bears and the Panthers. Let me just say this right now. I know the Bears are on like a real historic streak because over the last couple of years, we haven't really expected much from them, but I have to give the Panthers a little bit of credit in this game. Teddy Bridgewater, he's not a guy that I'm really a fan of, but I like some of the things that I saw from him yesterday. As far as the Bears go, I don't know exactly what's going on. I don't think anybody knows what's going on. They're 3-0 on the road for the first time since 2006. It's a lot of weird stuff going on over there. Defensively, they're starting to play like that Bears team, and offensively, they're starting to make plays. Obviously, you could go ahead and say, you know what? They're riding high. They beat the Buccaneers, stuff like that. You guys can, use whatever momentum you want to say, but they're playing well. Now, do I fear them? Do I think that they're a team that's 5-1 that I'm like, oh my God, I don't want any parts of them? No, I do not, because they beat the Panthers. But the Panthers played them very, very tough, and that's pretty much what it was. It was a very, very, defensively played game throughout. And, overall, like I said, I'm starting to see a little bit more from Teddy Bridgewater. Still not like, okay, this guy's the deal. But I understand exactly what they were looking for out of him based on some of those gameplays. But the Bears, like I said, congratulations to all the Bears fans out there. Your team is playing well. Bengals and the Colts. Let me just say something about this. I thought the Bengals were going to beat the brakes off the Colts. I don't know how Phillip Rivers was able to throw the ball the way he was doing it towards the end of it. The dude was throwing the ball the dude, it's like you're pinching him on his butt cheeks when he throws the ball. It's really weird, his whole throwing motion, but he was able somehow to throw them back into the game. I don't know how he does it. I've been trying to figure this out for years. If anybody can explain to me how he got this far with that throw motion, I would greatly appreciate it. But the dude's a stud. That's just what it is, bro. This is battling football. You got a Bengals team that comes out on fire, and you just put it out. Straight fire extinguisher, just completely nullify what they were doing and win this game in the end. That's major heartbreak, but that's what teams have to go through when they are up and coming like the Bengals. So I think they will eventually get, to that point where they're formidable. But that was a tough loss for them if you watch the entire game going throughout. Lions and the Jaguars. The Lions were very, very impressive. Swift, first Detroit rookie with 100-plus rush yards, 2 TDs since 1989. The Lions are not really known for taking care of their star players, Barry Sanders, Calvin Johnson. They're not a good franchise when it comes to building anything. They're not the kind of team that you would want to have any legacy with, but that's huge for Swift. You know what I'm saying? You can't choose where you get drafted, so you ended up there, so you're going to have to deal with whatever's going on there. But I don't trust the Detroit Lions as a franchise because they destroyed 2 career players that many other franchises would have done a lot more with. So when it comes to that, I'm just like, all right, cool. But Swift, congratulations. The Jaguars, you're 1-5. Somebody got to get fired, dude. Gardner Minshew, it don't matter who it is, dude. Minshew this, Minshew that, bro, you got to go, dude. Somebody has to get fired just because it's 1-5. Falcons, another 1-5 team with the Vikings 1-5. ATL, their first win. Okay, Dan Quinn is fired. You guys come out, you get the win. But I got to tell you something about the Vikings. Kirk Cousins, that dude right there, he even said it himself. If I keep throwing intos like this, I'm not going to finish the season. He literally said that. Google it. He is an absolute nincompoop. This guy, I don't even know what to say about him because I don't know what he's looking at. See, if I knew what he was looking at, I would be able to say, you know what, this guy, he saw that. I'm looking at the field, the same exact field. You know how to do the replays and you're looking at the field? I don't know what he's seeing. That's what's scaring me. It's like a horror movie, bro. That new Invisible Man movie that just came out? What is this guy seeing that's making him do this stuff? That's all I'm trying to figure out. Washington football team of the Giants. They just ruined my, I had a prediction that was going on over at GmiasWorld on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitch. If you guys watch me on other social media stuff and other streaming sites. And I had the Giants going 0-16. This is very disappointing to me that the Washington football team decided to go for 2. Tie the game, dude. Tie the game and beat them. They suck. What are you doing? You can't do this because now you gave them a win. You ruined my predictions, and now you're running around 1-5 too. What? This NFC East is by far the worst division I've ever seen in my life. That entire division is straight dookie stains. They suck. But I'm going to tell you this right now. Very, very disappointed in the Washington football team. You don't go for 2 because you suck. Why are you going for 2 like you got a 2-point play that's going to work? I know the Giants are terrible too, but you got to be careful with that because you can't risk the loss. And that's what they did. Ravens and the Eagles. Let me just say this right now. The Ravens were beating the brakes off the Eagles, and they came back and did all this stuff. But did you guys see that 2-point conversion? The Eagles are pure comedy, dude. Like, let me just say this. They're 1-4-1. I don't even know what kind of record that is, but I'm going to tell you this right now. That team sucks. But at the end of the day, the Ravens, I didn't really like the way they ended the game. It kind of made it seem like they figured out what you need to do to kind of lock down Lamar Jackson, even though he started off very, very well, over 100-yard rushing. Just watching it, Baltimore 20-plus points in 29 consecutive games. Offense is not an issue for them, but it was in the second half. I don't like that because the Eagles are not a good football team, and then they did that. So you got to be very, very careful what you wish for with this, in this league, because if you want to be that dominant team that can take on any team, you can't finish like this. In my opinion, it's always about how you finish. I didn't like this because you gave the Eagles a chance to tie the game and then possibly with the way they were playing defense, lock you up. Didn't like it. I don't accept it. The Eagles are pure comedy. Beat them down like the comedians that they are. Don't give them any life. The Browns and the Steelers. Okay, another quarterback that I don't know what he's doing. It's very, very interesting, like what's going on with the Steelers, because a lot of people doubted Big Ben Roethlisberger, but you guys need to apologize, because I told you guys when he comes back, it's gonna change. I told you guys that. You guys are like, yo, he's fat, he doesn't know what he's doing. Bro, it doesn't matter. He knows how to throw the ball. He knows how to make reads. And this Claypool guy is pretty good. Baker Mayfield, he's like, yo, I see you, but it was Casper the Friendly Ghost, and he threw a pick. Like, bro, okay, that's what you want to do. And defensively, the Steelers are playing out of their minds. Now, do I expect the Steelers to come out of the AFC? I do not. Would I be surprised if they beat, the Chiefs or anything like that? With the way that they're playing right now, I think they could come up with something suitable to actually take on the Chiefs and successfully win the game. And I love the Chiefs. And I think they could, just by the way that they're playing right now, because it's so ridiculous the way that they're playing. And that's what's scary. If you really think about it, they're really out there dominating dudes. I know the Browns suck, but they're 4-2. Nobody expected the Browns to be 4-2. And they just beat on them like, yo, look, just hold us right quick. That's craziness to me. So I'm watching the Steelers very carefully. I'm watching Baker Mayfield, making sure his eyes are tested. Texans and the Titans. Unbelievable game, bro. This game right here, very, very exciting start to finish. But King Henry is just the Hulk, bro. He does it all. Like, when you go out there and you do whatever you want, overtime, just running it right through. You can't stop him. I'm gonna tell you right now, the way that Tannehill is playing, it's a very, very interesting thing that's going on right now, guys. Let me just let you guys know that, because we're witnessing history in the making with Derrick Henry. I hope you guys are taking notes with this. The way that he's playing, I don't know if I've ever seen, because he's not super fast. He's just a real strong power back that you can't tackle. I don't think I've ever seen dominance like this in since I've been watching football. You had Barry Sanders, Juke City. You had, these other players. You had Eric Dickerson, a lot of guys with power. Emmitt Smith. You had all these guys, but I've never seen anything like Derrick Henry. He looks like Voltron, and he's just doing whatever he wants. Scary as hell, bro. Packers and the Bucks. Tom Brady is Aaron Rodgers' daddy. I don't want to hear anything else about it. I was one of those guys that was rooting for Aaron Rodgers. I know his offensive line was like, yo, come in and sack my QB. I understand all that, but this was unacceptable on a lot of levels, and this is your chance. Tom Brady is 7,455 years old. You cannot let this happen. You got to win this one, because that's what you have to do, because everybody's looking at you to do it. You got to find a way to win. I don't care if my O-line's not blocking. I don't care about anything. Tom Brady is 75,000 years old. I know his age just went up, but it doesn't matter. You cannot lose that game, and he did. Tom Brady is Aaron Rodgers' daddy. I'm done with it. Rams and 49ers. Garoppolo played pretty well in this game, and it hurts me to say it because he sucks, but he did. And the Rams should be extremely disappointed in themselves defensively, because you got to take care of this. You cannot let Garoppolo go out there and do that. Talking about he's 7-1 in career record in primetime games. That dude sucks. What are you doing, dude? You really let him go out there and do that? Like, oh, Aaron Donald this, Aaron Donald that, Aaron Donald in my backyard. Like, listen, bro, Aaron Donald, make a sack, dude. Like, bro, jump over somebody and do something crazy. I don't understand what's going on, but you let the 49ers do this, and now you got these Niners having hope now. So now it's scary. Now it's like, oh, they can do this. They can do... No, they're not doing anything. but now you're making them feel like they can. But the Rams are a wishy-washy team anyway. I kind of figured that something weird would happen, but I thought they would be able to just crush the 49ers like everybody else has been doing. The 49ers are right now very, very injury plagued, so you got to take advantage of that. And they did not do that, which is very disappointing to me. And then now Jimmy Garoppolo is running around like he's a good quarterback. It sucks to hear it. Broncos and the Patriots. Cam Newton, I'm going to tell you this right now. He got hit and he fumbled and he dove in the pile. I think the team respects him more because that was one of the things when he was in the Super Bowl that I had an issue with, right? He actually showed that he cared. And I think he was listening to me secretly because he was very aggressive on that fumble. The Patriots did not look good offensively. Defensively, they gave up 18 points. You would say that that's a win. But offensively, they looked horrible. There were several opportunities down the stretch where the Patriots could have won this game. They did not come through. We have to wait to see how this works out, but I didn't like the way that the game ended because, like I said, the Patriots could have easily won this game 19-18 if, Cam Newton is able to stay on his feet and make a good throw. But they schemed him well, and the Broncos played overall very, very well throughout this game. And like I said, Cam Newton he has a lot of work to do because that's the problem when you compare him to Tom Brady. The throws probably would have been a little bit better with Tom Brady. Finding that right guy, hitting the seam. Cam has some work to do. Patriots 2-3, they got to work on that. The Jets and the Dolphins. The Jets, are you serious? You suck so bad. They brought out Tua Valova. Bro, they brought him out because they beating the brakes off you. They're like, yo, let's get this guy out on the field. The Jets are a joke, but maybe I'll win that bet because I have them also at 0-16. Maybe I'll be successful with that. You guys want to do a bet with me? Like, listen, bro, like, dude, that is where I'm at because they're making me look really, really good. Jets, keep doing what you're doing, bro, because you guys are superior at what you do, and that is losing. I want to thank you guys for listening, watching, or however you watch this podcast. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love.